Hello y'all, welcome. My name is Lauren and I'm going to go through my March pages in my Hobonichi Techo A6. So let's get going. First up, I switched out the cover from February. This is the Hiroko Kubota. Ooh, what is it called? Little cat guys with some lovely cherry blossoms. And I did add a postcard from Selena in the back pocket, super cute. I believe she's Selena Swirl on the gram, and she made this while at Yoseka. And it's so cute. Look at those little ink bottles. But the back is also very cute of the cover itself. It's got this little mouse with this harp. And I was like afraid of ruining this postcard, but I also want to look at it every day. So yeah, we'll see. I think it's okay. It seems to be safe so far. And yeah, well, it'll be okay. It's okay to use things. And yeah, I really love this cover and I'm excited to use it for spring. Next up we have the intro, or I don't know, the front cover, I guess. It's mostly all decorative except for this little guy here. This is the Canmito. What is this called? I definitely know the names of things. It's okay, don't worry about it. But I want to say it's like the Cocoa Fusion or something like that, or these guys are called Cocoa Fusion. Anyway, really cool little sticky note tabs. I love using those mostly on my monthly spreads. And I redid my whole little dashboard here in a fun spring collage video that you could check out. Had a great time updating this for my winter picture, which I also loved, but I don't know, I just woke up one day in a rage and had to redo everything, you know? I was ready for something fresh, ready to see the sun again, ready for flowers to pop up. One day. And shout out to this cute little frog buddy, oh my god, from the Magical Bat. And in my collage video, I did have the art cat here, and I put this little guy away, and then I was like, you know what? He does deserve his time to shine in the greens, and now he's here. We have our inside front cover. I don't really update this one, I don't know. It's like the stickers I put here are the tone for the rest of the year. For some reason. No updates here just yet. I keep on thinking maybe I'll track when I'm using like other notebooks. I feel like that could be fun, but I don't know. I also do use a lot of other notebooks for other hobbies and things, so maybe that wouldn't quite work out. I do use a Traveler's, and that one I don't use every day, so maybe I'll track when I'm in the Traveler's. I don't know, we'll see, but if you have ideas for this overview page, let me know. And then I forgot a couple of days. I was about to say a full page of habits, but it's about to be a full page of habits, don't you worry. All right, there we go. I played a truly feral amount of Animal Crossing this month. That's what all of the diamonds are, in part because I do not want to buy a Switch 2 or Pocopia, so I was like, you know what? Let me get back into something that I won't even think about Pocopia. Did it work? Maybe. Then let me plop this guy here, some blotting paper while that dries. We can go on to the monthly spread. This was super cute. I got to use a lot of fun stickers. And one more update, I refilled this pen yesterday. And it kind of worked out so far that I've been doing, yeah, there we go, we can see. So far, fingers crossed, I've been able to find like a number sticker that I've already had for each month. So we'll see if I can keep that up for the rest of the year, which would be satisfying and also, I guess, a little scary because why do I have so many number stickers that I'm not using? But listen, we'll think about that later. I think I forgot to show this in February, but this is my ink log. This front row is actually all January, and then these inks here are February and March, so I really slowed down refilling. I think because January I was drawing a lot in the Travelers, like I was doing a ton of catch up, and then yeah, I just kind of slowed down a little bit, which is okay. Ooh, and then actually, oh my god, we're missing a little square here. Also, this brown is secretly a lie because I was going to put it in my TWSBI Go, which what shape even is that supposed to be? Oh, it's a half circle on its side. Anyway. I can read my own key, I promise. But the TWSBI Go is like a, what do you call it? A piston? You know what? I don't know if that's the right word. It has a spring basically, and you like push it down and then it pops up and springs up. This time, when it popped up, it like, and it's happened before, so I should have been more prepared, but the whole spring, basically, there's like a screw on top, and that screw came off or something, and the spring just went pa-choom and flew off into my room. So I sadly actually totally crashed out, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even dealing with this right now. So, but I had already put the swatch down. I know. So I think my plan is once Mukuri runs out of the Fude, which is, Mukuri is, yeah, the most frequent one by far. I think I've filled it up 4 times. Here, 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 and here. So once this runs out in this pen, I will put Soil Brown in it, just for a little bit of variety, because Soil Brown is a really lovely color, and it might be fun to try and use it more than once or twice a year. I used it last year, who knows. So the ink log is a little bit of a lie right now, but it won't be for long. And then, man, this blotting paper is really getting some use in. Okay, and we could jump to the daily pages. I am not sure what I'm doing with my monthly cover pages. I think I looked at a bunch of ideas, and I'm still, I don't know, I think I'm still percolating, I guess we'll say. In my Travelers last year, I used to do a self-portrait at the start of every new insert, and that felt really good. And for some reason, it doesn't feel as good to do it in the hobonichi every month, but I do really like this portrait. I did have a lot of fun doing it. I just don't know if I'm going to continue with that series. And then I thought it'd be cool to do like a stop motion animation of my face, like charting, and that might be fun. Also sounds a little complicated and would require some planning that I don't know if I feel like doing, so we'll see. I think other ideas I've explored are doing like a goals list, adding like a nice quote that I come across, something like that. So I'm still deciding. I do love how layered this is. I like all the supplies that I used. I experimented a whole bunch. I tried to get my like gray hairs in there with a nice jelly roll. That was a lot of fun. I got new glasses this month, so it was cool to draw them. I was wearing some blue eyeshadow this day, so I don't know. It was fun, but I just don't think I like it. I don't know. That's not true. I think I did it and it's done, and I don't know. Maybe I'm over self-portraits. We'll say that. I watched Connor Story's lovely episode on SNL. It was so much fun. I had the best time. And then this little doodle is from, I think it was just I don't think it was in the episode itself. It was a promo video where he had like the accent off with like another actor. I thought that was a lot of fun. And then I like overworked this illustration to death. There's so many layers on it. I don't know. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, and then I tried new things. So I had a lot of fun watching the episode. I had a lot of fun drawing this. I just wish it was like a little flatter, I think, like compared to the Alyssa Liu, sorry. Like this portrait here, I think I like it a lot because it looks like a sketch. It's fun. And then this one looks, I don't know, a little has too much dimension to it, I think, for what I wanted it to be. But then also not enough dimension. I think it's in like this weird uncanny valley. Still fun, still a great day. I refilled some pens. I am trying out sesame oil again. Last year, this pen, I put it in the same pen just because if that pen is cursed, then it's contained, but I put it in my TWSBI Eco. And last year it did develop mold right in the, I think it's called the breather hole. Let's see. So I've been checking it panicked every day, but so far, no mold. So who knows, maybe it was a fluke, a one-off. I have heard other people have problems with sesame oil, but it had been like 9 months since the mold incident, and my bottle of sesame oil still has nothing in it. And I've had other inks in this pen, and those inks and this pen also have not had mold in it. So that kind of leads me to believe that maybe it was just user error when I refilled that pen, you know, something got into it that it wasn't supposed to. So wish me luck. It's been like a month so far, so we're doing all right. And this was my March Kakamori inkstand mix for the month. And then I think I mixed it, yeah, I don't know. I immediately changed this ink pretty much. This was my color last year, so I leaned way more into the warmer tones in the purple. And then I think seeing these side by side, I just wanted to mix them together pretty much. I think this is still too cool, maybe? And so I added a tiny bit of Harvest gold to it. And then we got this color. Is it substantially different from this color? Maybe, I think so. So I think this one is a little bit duller, a little less cool, a little more warm, and better fit matches the little tab here, which is my goal. And then we have another currently inked lineup. I think the only addition from last month is Aunt Chair from my friend Jazz, so thank you so much. She is Cozy Travelers here on YouTube, and that's been a really fun green ink that I've been messing around with. I've been really enjoying that one. I'm really pleased with how this page came out. I think it's a lot of fun. I used my Hours Studio stamp, which is this guy. Yeah, super cute. I put this on a lot of my snail mail, pen pal letters, happy mail, and that's what I was doing this day. So I thought, let's make a fun texture envelope looking thing with the stamp. And yeah, I'm stoked with how that turned out. And I also added some subtle white gouache here to like give the letter like a little extra bit of dimension off of the grid. And I'm happy with how that turned out as well. So yay! Had a really great journaling night with some friends. I do wish this like text I did a little bit differently, but we'll see. I like this little matcha, that's fun. And then the next day I finally finished Bridgerton Season 4, Part 2. Why do they do that? Still annoyed. And since I had drawn a little cat for Part 1, I thought I would draw one of the little cute Pomeranians that the Queen has for Part 2. So I think this was a promo image that like the Queen is holding. It's not from the actual season this time, unlike the cat, but the Queen is holding this little guy. And I just found this reference online and then wanted to experiment with just using marker for the fur and kind of having that define the outline so that like his cute little face was really stood out with the black pen. And yeah, I had a blast. I think with this illustration and with the season, I think the season might be my favorite one yet, to be honest. It was awesome. Normally I'm very irritated by all of the side plots, but this time I actually liked all of them, so success. And this was an awesome day. We went to this oyster farm that was really cool. And they have these saunas that you could rent out like just for your group. I think it's up to 4 people a sauna, but they're private, super cool. It was really moody and rainy. Just felt really like Maine, which was really nice. And I think it was, I don't know, I want to say like an hour and 45 minutes. And that time flew by, let me tell you. But it was awesome, really relaxing. I did a cold plunge they actually have like one of their oyster beds, empty of oysters, obviously. So you can plunge into, I don't know how to describe it. I'll put a picture if I could find one, but it has a bottom basically, so you're not just like in the river. But that was really fun. I'm glad I did it. I was terrified the entire time. Would I do it again? I don't know. I think so, maybe. But yeah, really solid day. And then the next day I had book club. I was reading Do You Dream of Terra 2 by Temi O. This is, I don't even know. I think this is one of the most unique reading experiences that I've ever had. Is that too dramatic? But I basically hated everything about the plot, every decision, most of the characters, I don't know, but the writing was beautiful. How is that possible? I can't really explain it. So I kept going because it would just have these beautiful, stunning passages, and there's one right towards the end that's just like, absolute cinema, it's perfect. But then it was almost like, wow, this writing is so good. I can't believe that you're writing for this like horrible plot. But then it's like, wait, the author made all of those plot decisions herself. So I don't know. It felt so detached. And it was also like a contemporary kind of sci-fi novel that had some details changed from our current world. And I don't know. I guess I just got way too caught up in those changes and the decisions and the way that it affected people in ways that didn't seem realistic or logical for me, you know? So I think if it had almost less detail, it would have worked and I didn't have to worry about like, well, that's so dumb. Like, why would that be happening? I don't know. Beautiful writing. I think I'll definitely try something else from Temi O. But I don't know. Do I recommend this book? Yeah, I don't know. I think that's my final thoughts that I'll leave you with. Had an order from Yoseka come in. I was so jazzed. I got this little hand guy that I feel like I've seen so many people have, and it was finally back in stock. And I was elated. Look at him. So I actually I never use it. It just hangs out in my little journaling bag and I see it every day and it is delightful. And then I also got this elastic for my hobonichi weeks. So they have them for all of the sizes, but the weeks is really the one that I felt like I needed it for, and I'm so glad I got it, to be honest. It's really satisfying to use. It keeps everything closed, of course, because this one had like a habit of opening in my bag, and then I'd have other journals on top of it, and it would dent the pages, and everyone would be sad. So yeah, I used the heck out of this thing, and I don't know why I like resisted picking one up for a while. It felt like, I don't know, I love a journal accessory, so really I should have just bought it a lot sooner, basically. I actually finished Do You Dream of Terra 2 the next day, and yeah, still wrapping my head around it, as you can probably guess. Went to the ear doctor, my god. Had some really good news, so yeah, it was an awesome day. Kind of an emotional day because of that, but we don't need to dive into the American medical system right now, but I'm all good, which is always great. And then I think this is actually a UK robin. I swear I saw a cute little puffy guy and I tried to figure out online what kind of bird it was, and the internet told me it was this one, but I don't know if they're in North America. So it might be a lie, but I did see a very cute little bird this day. I got these really cute high tide memo pads from a stationery store and was so obsessed with them because after the doctor, my treat was to go shopping in person at a stationery store, and it was awesome. And these little cat ones have been sold out like everywhere, so I was so jazzed that they had them in stock in person, and I also got the Shiba ones. They're the dog ones. This page was a lot of fun. I wanted to do something like color drenched just because I felt like I had been doing, you know, some kind of like, I don't know, not plain writing, but I don't know, it was time for like a color drenched page. So my original plan was actually to use the cutout letters and glue those, but that seemed a little time consuming, and I really liked the outline once I got it all done, so I thought, why not just glue that down? And then we have an accidental, like, horrible Italian accent moment here. It's raining, but makes me chuckle a tiny bit, so hey, it all works out in the end. This was a really fun night. We watched Jennifer's Body. It'd been so long since I've seen that film, so that was awesome. And then I got to use my iridescent watercolors. Perfect. I got the Bruce Lee stamps from the post office. Those are so fun. I could not resist them. And then I do love the Starface packaging, man. They know how to do packaging. Sometimes I feel like other products are a little bit better at, what do they do? Pimple patches, you know? But the little star smileys, they always get me. Had a really nice, really good latte the next day, and had a cozy Sunday the day after that. Oh, and these little guys are from Thousand Skies. I think I got an order from them, we'll say in February. It might have been January, I think, because I was really looking forward to seeing them at New York's Stationery Fest, but then I decided not to go, and I thought I would treat myself to some fun stuff from them anyway, because I was really looking forward to seeing them in person, so I got some fun stuff. I finished Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This is the second in a series, but it's kind of like one of those standalone romances that has an overall interconnected plot, but you don't have to pay attention to that too much if you don't want to. It was really fun. I had a good time with this one. I also really like the first one in the series, Bride, and yeah, I think this one might be my favorite Ali Hazelwood book so far. I've only read those 3, so we'll see. I really dislike this spread. I don't know. I wanted to do like a big drawing of my Monstera, and then I don't know, I hated it. And I thought maybe some washi tape would help, maybe some lettering would help, and I think it did. It kind of looks all right, you know? But sometimes we just have pages that we don't like, and that is A-okay. I think this day I actually filmed the spring collage video, and this was so much fun, and then I thought I'd use some other scraps for like the page, and then it just, I don't know, didn't quite come together the way I wanted it to. These pages are both a lot of fun, Craft Night and the First Day of Spring. Look at these sparkly guys, my god, they're so glittery. And I got these stickers at that local stationery shop. At the same time, I got those high tide memo pads, so yeah. This day it was really lovely out. We had a nice fire outside in our fire pit, I think the first time since we'll say November. So it's been a minute. So I do love the snow. I love watching the snow. And then I love when the snow is finally gone and we can see the ground again. Finished Fugitive Telemetry by Martha Wells. It's in the Murderbot series. I liked it, of course. I think I'll always love Murderbot and all of its adventures. This one, I think because it had been a while since I'd read the other books, and then, I don't know, I just felt a little bit disconnected. I thought Murderbot was somewhere else or something. So I probably just should have looked up what happened in like the previous novellas, but then there's also like a standalone full-length novel that the internet said to read after this one. So I don't know. I think I spent way too much of the book trying to remember what happened in the last book, which was just a personal problem, pretty much. I like how this little cloud guy turned out. I think he's really cute. And then we had some breakfast for dinner this day. That was awesome. I want to draw bigger. I always feel like I tell myself I'm going to draw bigger this time, and then it's still a little small. So I think in my head I wanted the food to be gigantic and then the plate to be not contained to the page. And I drew this all with pens, so it's not like I could erase, which I do think is a good way to go about it. I think you make decisions and then you deal with those decisions, and then you hope, or you kind of bookmark in your brain that you want to make different decisions next time. So for the most part, I do like drawing like that. And I do love all the textures that I included with this guy. As I was drawing it, I used a couple of different pens. So I used Terori for the squares that are underneath the butter. And then I used the TC Brass with my purple ink for March for the other squares. So I do like how that turned out. That was a lot of fun. I guess just the size is a little too small. And then I think I went a little too hard with the white jelly roll. I think some places it really works and then other places, I don't know. But again, that's just how it goes sometimes. And then this day I was putting on some new washi tape on my Pent 1, which is right here. So this guy, if you buy it, it has these very long sticky notes that are a similar texture to these tabs here. It's the same company that makes both of these. But Hanimated on Instagram had the idea to use it for washi tape, and they make a third product, Canmito, the company that is, make a separate product that is for washi tapes. So that's where these little reels come from that the washi is on. So anyway, all that to say is that I had all my washi tape out and just love looking at it, love all the designs, and decided to do a little frame. And then I actually really hated the text that I put in here. So I cut out, I don't know if you could see it, maybe a tiny bit, but I cut out that original text and then actually added some blank, or not blank, but some paper from my blank Hobonichi A5 and just sneakily glued that back in. And I'm so glad I did. I love this little cat. I love the way it looks now. I think it's kind of funny and perfect. And then next up, we have our trip to Boston. This was the best time. I thought I would try and do what Helen from the Coffee Monsters Co. does sometimes when she goes on trips, which is do this, what do you call this? Oh my God, gatefold, I think? Dutch door. I think that's what the bullet journal baddies call it, and I think that's what it is. I don't know if I would do it again. I think maybe the A6. Actually, I think if I hadn't drawn on this page, if I hadn't wanted this illustration to go all the way down, it would work, but I think, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm convinced of it for the A6 for me, for the way I did these spreads. But still an awesome trip, and still love looking at these pages for all the memories that they have. We stopped at the Paper Mouse, had such a good time, had their stamp, and this one actually did not bleed through, which was really nice. Sometimes I'm a little too juicy with them, so I was glad that this one kind of sat really nicely on the paper. And then I got the new, I think they're called Life is Memories or something, but I think they're from the spring 2026 release, these sticker sets from the Paper Mouse. Then what else did I get? I got their partner shop, or the partner shop insert that you can collect all the stamps in. That was a lot of fun. And then we went to a concert that night. So this is all Thursday. We saw the format, it was awesome. And also Piebald opened for them, that was even better. Naturally got some stickers, and then I printed out this little picture when I got home. The next day, we went to the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. This place is awesome. It's so cool looking. And luckily, I did not know this, but they had just done this crazy flower installation to celebrate spring, and I believe, what did I write down? And to celebrate the Isabella's birthday, which I think she also did when she was alive. Don't quote me on that though. But anyway, it had all these really beautiful hanging flowers. Inside, she built her residence, her house pretty much, and there's like a gigantic greenhouse in the middle of it, and it is so, so beautiful. It's filled with art, but honestly, I think the the cost of the ticket alone is just worth it just to see that inside, especially when they had these, what are they called? Nasturtiums? Yeah, hanging nasturtiums. Nasturtiums? These hanging orange flowers. So, so cool. And then pretty close to this like ground floor palazzo greenhouse situation were these tiles that were really fun. They're from a church in Mexico, the Church of San Agustin. Yeah, they had such great character in them, and it seemed like, I think they're from, you know what, I'm not gonna wildly guess when they were from, but anyway, they're pretty, she was alive in, I think she died in like 1920 or something like that. So they were from at least the early 1900s, maybe like the late 1800s. But the characters and the illustrations on them have such a fun energy that is really cool to see from that time period. And then I got the proportions a little bit off in this statue drawing. I think her body is too small for her head. Is that right? Yeah, I think it's just like a little funky. But this was an awesome visit. I did actually draw and paint this guy on site. I just wanted to challenge myself to do that, and it was a lot of fun. But then I read in their guidebook later that they say specifically not to use pen or colored pencils or anything like that. So I did feel horribly guilty because I am a rule follower. I was, again, this is like a very, I wasn't like in anyone's way. I was like off to the side, but it is like a very, I wasn't trying to hide what I was doing, and I was there for, I don't know, like a pretty significant amount of time, like maybe 20 minutes, and nobody said anything to me. So not encouraging you to draw with pen at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, but that is what I did. And they were also giving out these really cool postcards that had drawing activities on them, and they were also giving out just pencils. So I kind of thought, I don't know, I'm not gonna blame the museum for my misunderstanding, but I think it was pretty reasonable of me to do. And again, I think I'm just saying all that because I am such a rule follower and I just feel so bad. But again, awesome spot. I will definitely be back, and I guess, you know, just drawing in pencil the next time. And then I kind of just wanted to do a highlight page from the trip. In retrospect, I wrote down things that were on the previous pages, which I wish I hadn't done. Like, I wish I wrote down things that I hadn't drawn because, you know, I already have drawings of like the format and the museum. So just a note for myself for next time. Use some of those new stickers I got from the Paper Mouse. And yeah, I like how this heading turned out. And then I got set up for a plain April. Super excited. So that is a kind of like drawing challenge, painting challenge to get outside and paint, although they do say that they're encouraging, of course, of painting from reference and, you know, painting at home, which I will definitely be doing. And I actually have a fair amount going on in April. So I think for me, I'm going to try and do 3 paintings a week instead of painting every day, and still just have like a fun, good time with the challenge and not, you know, make it overwhelming or feel too much pressure about it. I think that way I actually will do more than 3 paintings a day, but we'll see. Kind of have to like trick myself to having a low stakes goal, I think. And then last page of the month, I just caught up with some comics that I read in the past couple of days. So Sirens Love Hurts #1 by Babs Tarr. Awesome start to, what do you call it in comic books? An arc? A series? Whatever that's called. Really excited to continue with this one. Had so much fun with the first one. Excited to see where they take the characters and all that good stuff. And yeah, Babs Tarr is just, you know, S tier when it comes to drawing. And then I also read Electric Cowboy by Ansel Kite. Oh, and I should say I meant to write down the other author. I'm so sorry. But it's illustrated by Babs Tarr and then written by someone else, and I will add their name here for sure. And then I read Electric Cowboy by Ansel Kite. If I had a nickel for every time I read a queer sci-fi story about traveling through someone's memories, I'd have 2 nickels. So the first one is What Is Left by Rosemary Valero O'Connell, And that one, again, is like kind of S tier elite for me, so it's unfair to compare these two, I think, just because no one's ever going to beat that one for me. Having said that, though, this one was a lot of fun. It was really cool. It had some really unique artwork, really awesome narrative style, and I did gasp at the ending, actually. So that was really cool. Had a good time with it. We'll definitely be reading more from this author. And then we can flip to our back pages, see what we got going on. Produce, I think I was way too optimistic thinking that all my stickers would fit on this tiny page. So we have taken over the misc page with produce stickers. I added the plantain sticker. And then, oh my god, this Morton salt sticker? So cool. Not technically produce, of course, but I mean, I had to add her. Perfect. So much Animal Crossing. I will definitely be adding that one to this list soon. And then I realized this is like so short for some reason. I don't know. We'll have to see what I do. I think I'll definitely need more room before the end of the year. And these kind of stamps like take up a fair amount of real estate. So I don't know, maybe I'll end up covering those. But what did we watch? Jennifer's Body, Ponies, Jennifer's Body, of course, perfect in every way. Ponies, season 1, man, the last episode really killed it for me, I'm not gonna lie. Similar feeling to what I had with The Burbs, to be honest. I don't want to give too much away, but I basically thought it would be about these like two women kind of being spies all over the world, and the ending of season 1 leads me to believe that that's not the case, which is a bummer. There is one character, though, at the ending that I really appreciated, and that was a lot of fun. And then something else happened to like one of my favorite characters, and I was like, I'm done with all of you. So I don't know. But it was fun. It definitely, it was a fun time. And then Bridgerton season 4, 5 stars. I used the heck out of this spread last year, and I don't know, for some reason I have written nothing down here. I don't know. I've definitely been doing things, but I guess I haven't been writing them down here specifically. And then nothing added here. And then we can jump to the templated pages. I don't know what you call these guys. The favorites pages. These pages. The back pages. Added some more favorites. And this time I did try and consciously write things here that I knew wouldn't be in other pages in this section. So we have Bridgerton, Mate, and then the Isabel Stewart Gardner Museum. And then we go to this page, the memories page, and then here I have like different things. This is probably one of my favorite spreads. I really like this one. I think this was a really cool ad for 2026. And then, oh man, I realized this so belatedly, but I am going like down and up on this page, or for the favorites, and then this one I'm going just across. So I kind of wish I followed the same format of the favorites page, but we're in too deep now, unfortunately. But just a note for myself for next year. And so for this spread, since there's 12 boxes, it works out really nicely to do kind of like a written recap of the month. And then, yeah, we just have a checkoff sheet. I'm just using this to kind of track the months as we go through the year, which I think is really fun. And then in the back, nothing changed. Oh yeah, we do have this fun Polaroid from when I was in Portugal. So beautiful. And this is also where the blotting paper usually lives, so we'll grab that guy and tuck him right in there. All right, thanks so much, y'all, for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!